good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is, whenever you're watching this video. Welcome to another episode of the Gentleman's Pixel Club. This is Rolling Thunder, and we are playing Rolling Thunder on the ZX Spectrum recreated on the MiSTer FPGA system. So we're just starting the game now, and I'm selecting Kempston joystick to play. It's going to be a little bit closer to the controls of the arcade. On the original arcade machine, you had the directional joystick, as you would expect for a game like this, plus you had a fire button and a separate jump button. On the ZX Spectrum, due to the limited nature of the hardware that you've got, the controls are a little bit more convoluted. What you have, if you have, is a combined joystick and jump, so you basically push up and fire at the same time to jump up, and to jump down you push up and fire again. So when you're playing this, when you watch me play this, you're going to see me doing a lot of jumping, because it is quite fiddly to get the jump right, and to do both at the same time. It sounds crazy to be describing that, but that really is the way of this game. But nevertheless, it's a brilliant arcade conversion. The ZX Spectrum was renowned for its small sprites and small graphics, and you can see the comparison through the green screen that I've got playing Rolling Thunder behind me, and what you see on the screen here. This is large chunky sprites on the ZX Spectrum, and sprites that are pretty smooth as well. Reminds me very much of another great spy game called Saboteur, I believe it was. The first one of that was certainly excellent, as is this game as well. The main difference that I feel between this version and the arcade version is it's not quite so frantic. The arcade version, it could be a lot more busier than what we're seeing here, but nevertheless, you're playing on an 8-bit Spectrum here with very, very limited memory to create these arcade conversions, and the programmers have done a wonderful job on this. Clear sprites that show you exactly what's going on, reasonably smooth scrolling as well, jumping to avoid the bullet there so you see the enemy bullets. And yes, it's largely a monochrome game, but the colours have been used absolutely lovely on this to show you what you can do, what you can see. Very minimalistic colours, but nevertheless they work. So I've died, and it's taken us back to a staging point just before all these tyres. At the moment I'm trying to shoot this guy that's once in a while jumping up, and I'm missing him, so timing's of the essence, and I got him then. And you basically have to get over a whole load of tyres, and that will take us to the end of level 1. I used to enjoy this game. Didn't play it much in the arcades, but did play it a fair bit on the Spectrum. So I was expecting that I was actually going to do better than what I did here. I was expecting that my memory muscle would kick in like it does on Manic Miner and games like this, but sadly not. I would have wanted to have got here, without losing any lives to this point. But it's been a long, long time since I've played it, and I am trying to get used to the joystick as I let a bullet hit me from behind and completely miss. So I'm on my last life. The hopes of getting through this level while I'm playing it now are really limited. Very disappointed in myself, thinking, okay, this is going to take another credit. But we're going to plough on, and we're going to see what we can do, and hopefully some of the old skill will come back. I've got equal to the high score now, so the next thing I shoot should give me the high score, which is an achievement in itself for me. And there we are, 10,600 points. So I'm on top of the high score, which is great, and now I've just got to finish navigating this level with a bit of skill and a bit of precision. This part on the arcade game was great. You could jump in all these tyres and you could duck down and hide in them, and you had to work your way closer to the enemies. I seem to be having a little trouble with this guy here at the moment, but I've now finally killed him. Was waiting for the headshot, but I gave that enemy the headshot that was just waiting stupidly, not wanting to do anything. And I've got to try and kill this one now while he's jumping, and I seem to have mastered that. So if I'm careful here, if I'm very careful here, and you notice the messing about with the controls, jumping just to see very carefully what's on the screen next, I might make it to the end. And that was close, that was very close there. And I was a little bit lucky shooting the one to the right in the mid-air as well, and I think I've only got this last guy left. So how am I going to manage this? Is he going to play? Is he going to move? Come on, do something. I nearly got myself killed there by landing on him. And there he goes. Right, bullet to him, and he's dead. And now we exit the level. The challenge I had here was I got to the end, I remembered the tyres, and then I forgot everything about this level. You know, couldn't remember the layout, couldn't remember what was coming next, so everything you see coming up is absolutely new to me. But we're in a more sophisticated area. Look at the doors, they're a bit more science fiction in what they look like there. Look at the clever use of the colour to distinguish the platforms, where you've got the really bright floor above. So just carefully working my way to the right and trying to jump up and having trouble with the controls again. As I said, on the arcade version you had a jump button and it was very easy to do. Here you've got to push up and fire at the same time. Back in the day of the Spectrum, the joystick only had one button, you know, you didn't have fire 2. So a lot of games were played this way, and you know, you forget over time, you forget how you adapted to the different controls. But I can jump down okay, so I'm doing okay, just looking a bit, well, stupid on the joystick here really. Again, when I'm playing, I have no recollection of this level. I'd completely forgot what came next, and this is all new to me, so it's just carefully wind my way through and see what we can achieve. And you know, I seem to have earned an extra life, which is great because I did get down to man 0, I think it was, but I think I have one more life. Oh, this could be my last life, but you know, we'll see. So I'm on the boxes now and I'm just trying to figure out how to go up on them. You know, it seems that you can fall through the white boxes. I could be wrong here, but we're having to mess around and try. And yet fall through the white one, so it looks like the green boxes are the actual platforms that I'm trying to get up to, and then I managed to land on a white box. So it shows that I don't really know what I'm talking about, or the rules don't seem to apply as I was expecting them to. And I'm heading up to where this explosion is at the top. There's somebody throwing something down. I can't shoot upwards, so I have to see what's above me, and it looks like that there's a platform above, but I seem to be having all kinds of trouble getting to him. You just saw the legs of the bad guy there, so I'm going to head to the right and see whether there's a shortcut that I can take or something that I can do. And for some reason, when I hit the floor, I died. So we're back again on this level, and I did indeed earn myself an extra life, and we're going to go through and we're going to try all of that again. Jump up, if I can manage to get used to the up and fire at the same time. There we go. Get hit by that guy, but luckily I didn't lose all my life and I did manage to shoot him. As I say, great conversion on the Spectrum. I did play this a lot, even though I've completely forgotten what this level 2 was all about, and they've recreated the arcade game phenomenally well considering the limits of the machine. And you know, an absolute credit to the programmers of the day. You know, great piece of work here. So another bad guy gone, doing reasonably well until then, where I die. So this is game over. I'm the Gentleman, hope you've enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time.